sign.
Well, you know, if wood is a challenge,
See, I've got this.
yeah.
And so what I thought we'd do is just, I'll leave that, leave the scroll and just put your stuff inside there. So you wanted to say,
Oh, well, your hand's looking
children's
good.
game sponsored by Insight
Yeah.
Wabash, or do you want to
Just say inside
Yeah.
of Wabash and Cheryl McCormick can just put it there by the kids.
Okay,
Food,
yeah, that's
beverage,
right, okay.
sponsorship.
So I just put inside
I
Wabash,
hear that.
your name on it.
Yeah.
See, it's a two-sided thing.
Yeah, cool.
See, so,
Perfect, okay. So
That's what I thought, 'cause
I
that-
wondered if you'd need some wood, cause you know, that
No.
could be a $1,000 project,
we
page
got
line.
lots of signs like that, but that's the best.
I
the bugs
spend
have to watch.
time in the tanning
Yeah,
bed
yeah,
and
that's one.
I walked a lot this weekend.
Do you need some?
The mayor said the same thing. He said, are you
I don't
going
have-
somewhere? Have you
I can
been
give you-
somewhere?
All I've got on me, like in my
Like,
car.
no, all of a sudden I'm just
I
weekend.
don't want to give you a volunteer badge, because then somebody where's
But I am going on vacation soon and I can't be white when I go to the beach.
All right. Well, I just, okay, all right. All right, I'll just, after this meeting, I'll just go get a couple, give them to you, that way I don't have to worry about coming by. Yeah, I mean, usually don't give the gate people volunteer badges, that's all right, but you're right, I mean, you,
Well, but if you have three, I would take three.
okay, I'll give you 3.
But the volunteers, they're okay, like, if it's Travis and Jill, and then I have volunteers, no way.
No, I mean, so you got a button, I'll be able to let you in, that's what you need, so.
I don't know if
good?
you're volunteers, I am, but I don't know.
Call to order Board of Works for May 24th. Need approval of the May 10th minutes.
So moved.
And I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Department head reports. We will go to Police Department. And you should have a list.
Yes.
Terry Johnson, Vincent's Police Department. I'm here, the chief's apologies, he's out of town today. He completed a monthly report for April. It shows that total number of incidents and service calls responded to is 970. There's 23 adult arrests, 1 juvenile arrest, and 41 cases referred to the prosecutor's office for review. There's 75 total accidents. Responded to 5 burglaries, 5 assaults, 4 domestic batteries, 38 drug cases, 2 weapon offenses, and 13 handgun applications. We're still looking for applicants. We had Major Grove that retired recently, and so that would bring our openings to 3. At the present time, there's 10 applicants in the process, and then the next merit board meeting is on June the 8th, and phase 2 of the window project is finishing up. In fact, it's like 99.9% finished. So
And then we'll just have to go for one more.
one more phase and we'll be done.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
And I talked to Terry before the meeting. We have a first responder training with Aunt Bertha, the Wabash Valley Connect, and the hospital manufactured some little cards that your officers can hand out
Okay.
to people that
Sure.
would put them in touch with that. So I'll give some of those to you, and also the fire chief. And then that training is recorded so they can use it with other shifts.
Since you brought up Good Samaritan Hospital, they recently provided us all with, we had a safety meeting with the hospital, and they provided us with a security badge to get into the hospital in
Oh.
case of an emergency situation. So
Good.
every officer on the department now can access the ER without.
Having a
Yeah.
buzz
Buzzing,
in or
yeah.
badge,
Yeah.
yeah, that's great.
Any questions, gentlemen?
Good.
Great.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Terry.
Thanks. City engineer. I will say that the street department's not here because Bryce and 3 of his employees are out working very hard in our pool to make sure that it gets open this weekend.
I have the CCMG 2021-1 out to bid. We'll be opening bids on June 14th at the Board of Works meeting. Starting tomorrow, there will be construction work at the intersection of Washington and St. Clair. That was a pole that was damaged in a automobile accident a few weeks ago. The parts are in, the contractor's on site, and he will begin tomorrow. So we have it situated that it shouldn't affect traffic too much until the switchover, which will probably be later in the week, like Thursday, Friday area. So watch for construction equipment at that intersection. And then last week we had a Washington Avenue public hearing for Washington Avenue from Emerson Avenue to Bell Crossing, and it was well attended and well received. Thank you.
Move to new business. First up is SIDC Grant Administration Service Contract. Matt Ford.
Good afternoon. Matt Sward, Southern Indiana Development Commission. And I've got grant administration contract for the COVID Phase 3, the Ochre Grant. City got $250,000. I believe $100,000 will go towards food pantries. $150,000 will go towards the businesses for economic development, just as we did last time. And then, so the contract for services here is for $6,250, and it'll be paid for out of local funds.
Okay, so we'll make a motion to approve the grant administrative services contract as described by Matt Sword.
Okay, and I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. And then there's a public hearing at 5:30.
Right, the public hearing is for the Phase 1 grant,
Okay.
kind of the wrap-up
Okay.
of that as part of the closeout.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Matt.
Next is Party with Band on Riverwalk, June 26th. Ray McCormick.
We got a better deal than Ray. We got a
Yes.
much better deal.
Yeah, Ray's working hard to plant corn before the rain, so I'm here by proxy. Sorry I didn't update you on the party with the band on the Riverwalk. That was Wabash Valley Progressive's attempt to offer something to the LGBTQ community as a pride event. But after some more discussion, we decided that we really felt that we couldn't safely hold such an event the way the LGBTQ community would like to have it. When at the time when we would have had been fundraising for this, no one knew if you could have an event in public, and so that's just canceled. The band that we were going to have on the 26th, turns out they have 2 or 3 other engagements.
Oh, is that right?
In Vincennes, like in that week or two around there. So they have had plenty of exposure, so they'll be here. So we do not need the facilities on the 26th. Would like to ask, we are planning optimistically to go ahead with Festival Latino 2021. We've set the date, August 28th. That's a Saturday, if I'm correct.
Right.
And I would like to request to reserve the Riverwalk and the pavilion. And I'm thinking, is it Shirley Rose that I have to talk to about the pavilion, or do
It's-
you okay that now?
It comes through us, but you won't set up until after, I think, once the farmer's market's done.
Right,
So-
and we don't set up till
Right.
So,
afternoon.
but you're actually gonna do it on the river walk, right? I mean,
It will be on the Riverwalk,
Right.
but we have always reserved the pavilion in case of
inclement
rain.
weather, right.
And it's also nice to have those restrooms.
Sure, right.
We think we might cut down on the number of porta pots this time that we bring in. They're
Right.
not really pretty to look at.
Yeah.
And I think if we have the use of we'll see how it works. Are there guidelines by, according to how many people you expect an event, as far as how many portalets you're supposed to offer, or is that up to?
I'm sure, maybe the health
I'm
department-
not aware that there's a public policy on that. I know at the Rendezvous, we, have an estimate based on, the size of the crowd, that type of thing.
Don't we have?
That's was gonna be my suggestion,
Well,
right?
yeah, and that's a
They'll tell you
considerable
that.
expense. So
how
when
many-
we kind of had observed that we didn't think we needed
yeah.
as many, but we
You know
would
how
like
many-
to have both of those
You know how
facilities.
many
And
people we have for the 4th of July? I think there's only 4 porta potties, 2 here and 2 down on the,
First of May,
Memorial
and then
Day.
we do 2 down on,
Yeah.
so, and that's,
oh, okay, well,
With the
we'll
size of
have.
crowd you have for that, a couple of porta potties would be fine.
Yes, and there have to be adequate hand washing
Yeah.
stations.
That's
too.
probably
So,
as important, I think.
yeah. And Ray wanted me to talk to you about another thing, maybe a possible, we exploring, always looking at new events to have for Festival Latino. And I think it was the last festival where we had the Super Bowl drop.
Yeah.
I was a little concerned about the safety of that, but that turned out to
that
be
was
fine.
great.
Well, all I could think of was those balls are going to have to be bigger than the eye socket because all these little kids, as an eye doctor, you know, they're all looking for the balls to come. And
Right.
I thought that's a disaster waiting to happen, but that was wonderful.
Yeah.
And that'll be repeated. But this year,
Okay.
we've got some bulls pinned up, and we got 5 of them, and we kind of thought about having a running of the bulls down Main Street.
Make sure that's a headline, would you?
So you did take that in the right light.
Can I sign some people up for that?
All right.
So
So that's all we
I
got.
will make a motion to approve the hanging of the banner 2 weeks beginning August 16th for the Festival Latino on the Riverwalk, and the use of the pavilion and the restrooms from noon to midnight on Saturday, August 28th, which for your records is my birthday, so make sure that we...
Oh, well, and I had forgotten to mention, could we request that the banner go across Hart Street? If we put in a request soon
Those
enough.
banners are Hart Street.
Okay, well, we
They are
got
for-
bumped off, I think, last time because
Yeah.
we just didn't get our
They're-
name
They're
in.
for Hart Street.
Okay, all right, thank you.
There's an opening.
If there's, if there's an
Paula will
opening,
get with you. Paula will.
Paul will get with you. Yes, Terry.
What time will the event be? You know,
Noon to midnight.
I can't recall the start time. We'll be setting up probably sometime after 1 o'clock, and I think the event will start about 3 or 4.
Yeah, in the area.
Yes, I appreciate that.
So you made the motion?
Yes, I made a motion, I did make that motion,
And I will
yes.
second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Yeah, I
have
made no
one
public comment on the running of the bulls, but it's a great idea.
I thought I'd get some head swivels, and you all just laughed right away. I knew I should have had my mask on.
What'd she say?
Okay, I have one other thing under new business, and that is the fireworks contract. I have secured American Patriot Pyro Incorporated to do the fireworks this year. Apparently, our local person cannot get fireworks.
Oh, really?
So, I've got a contract to sign with them for fireworks on July 4th and a rain date of July 5th.
Okay, and then I have one thing I wanted to,
I gotta make a motion.
oh, I'm sorry. I'll make a motion that we approve the arrangement with the fireworks company as described.
And I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
I'm lost without my president here. I just, you know, I make a motion and he does some of the time. So I did want to mention that this Wednesday at the Chamber of Commerce, the United Way and the university, the hospital, Chamber of Commerce, the Nice County Development Commission, Nice County Public Library, the city, we're all announcing the launch of the 21-week Equity Challenge. And we'll put a press release out about that on Wednesday, the same day as the chamber kickoff. But it'll be an online thing that you can sign up for voluntarily and receive an email weekly that will be thought-provoking, we hope, and will stimulate some conversation about how we can become a more diverse and inclusive community. So looking forward to the launch of that. You'll hear more about that on Wednesday.
Okay. That's it. Just need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
We are adjourned.
So Jay, I'll send you
And
something.
there is a
I'll send
public
you
hearing
something
in
on that.
15 minutes.
You'll probably be at the chamber.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, I'm just gonna send a press release on it anyway, because it's just, if you wanna look at it, you can go to
For